So hi again. Welcome to those of you who've just arrived. We're going to start our gentle yoga practice on our backs this morning. So if you'd like to come and lie down completely flat with your legs extended, your arms by your sides. Maybe everything a little bit open, a little bit apart. So that you can take some time to just really enjoy the sense of the support of the floor beneath you. And noticing how your body feels here this morning. Maybe if you were here for the meditation, you can still feel yourself softly breathing with the day. And whether you were in the meditation or not, coming to notice sensations in the body and notice the quality of your breath. Simply observing what it feels like to be breathed. What does it feel like to be lying here in a body, breathing itself with the morning? Soft and alive and open to the day. I'm going to invite you to begin an Ujjayi breath, which you don't have to do if you don't want to. And if you don't know what this is, try lightly constricting the back of your throat. So nothing too tight, but as you lightly constrict the back of your throat, feeling the wash of the air as you inhale and exhale. Maybe a little bit rough on the back of your throat, so it begins to make the sound of the ocean or the sound of the wind in the trees. Taking a few Ujjayi breaths here so that you feel the breath resonating in your skull, maybe in your throat and chest, maybe in the whole body. So you almost feel as if you're being washed with the ocean, rocked with the ocean breath. Soaking up the sense of the earth, the stability beneath you. And then breathing in maybe a little bit deeper than how you've been breathing. And as you breathe out, bringing both knees in towards you with your hands. And very softly, very gently rocking from side to side, rocking with the ocean breath. So for some people, especially if Ujjayi breath is something new, it might feel like a little bit of a strain, a little bit too much for this practice. So just drop it whenever you want. Otherwise, I would invite a soft Ujjayi throughout the practice this morning as a particular depth and focus to the practice. And then coming to stillness, still holding your knees in towards you. And breathing in. And as you breathe out, gently take your head to the left. That gentle massage of your head into your mat, back and side of the head. As you breathe in, come to the center. And then breathing out, rolling your head very slowly to the right. Let's do that again. Use your eyes, breathe in, come to the center. And as you breathe out, following your movement with your eyes, roll to the left. And as you breathe in, coming to the center. And breathe out, coming to the right. Lovely. And then breathe in, come to the center. And breathe out here. Very gentle little flow this morning. And beginning to circle your knees in a clockwise direction. Really tuning into that very delicate massage you're giving yourself on your lower back and sacrum. Feeling the body, even in this simple practice, noticing how the weight moves from spot to spot on your sacrum. And then when you're ready, taking those circles in the opposite direction. Gentle, gentle. Waking up the body this morning. Let's not be abrupt. And then holding your knees in towards you. Take a breath in, lovely, full, but supple breath in. And breathe out, drop your feet to the floor. And now as you breathe in, lifting your arms over your head, palms together maybe, and breathing out, slide the left leg away and the right knee out to the side. It's a little bit like a tree lying on your back. And pulling your left toes towards you, take a breath in and reach through your fingertips and through the left heel. And then breathe out, soften. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Take a breath in and really reach through your fingertips and your left heel. And then soften. And then 1 more time, breathing and reach through your fingertips. Maybe your palms are pressed together, maybe not. And soften, exhale. And then on the next breath in, lifting your right knee with your hands in towards you. And breathe out, lifting your head to your knee. And taking a breath in here. And breathing out, dropping your head down, but keeping your knee in towards you. And taking your left hand to your knee, breathe in. And breathing out, gently draw the knee over to the left. As you take a little twist, your arm is out to the right, looking over at your arm. Take a couple of breaths here, because it can feel quite stiff and awkward in the morning, just to feel into the gentle invitation to twist your spine, to look over at your right hand. Very soft. And gently rolling back onto your back. And as you draw your right knee in towards you, bending your left knee up so the sole of your foot is on the floor. We're going to take half happy baby. Your right foot is facing the ceiling. Maybe it's enough for you to hold behind the knee and draw the knee down to the armpit. Or maybe you're holding on to your foot with one hand, maybe 2 hands. And can you allow your left knee to just drop out to the side? Maybe, if it's available to you, sliding the foot away. I'm keeping my leg out to the side, foot raised a moment. And just taking a breath here to feel into the right hip this morning. Maybe feeling the leg quite intensely now. But there doesn't need to be anything gripping. You can soften the face. 1 more breath in. And as you breathe out, bending up that left knee, so the foot is on the floor. And with your hand, bringing the right foot to the top of the left thigh. So it's like a half lotus pose on the back, if that's available to you. So the back of your foot is resting into the top of the thigh and your palms are down on the floor. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, peel your left foot off the floor and draw your legs in towards you. And take a breath in here. And then breathe out, drop your foot. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Breathe in when you're down. Breathe up, bring your legs towards you. Breathing in when you're up here. Breathing out when you're down. And then 1 more breath, bringing your legs towards you. And then dropping the left foot down. And taking your right hand either to the right big toe, or maybe higher up the leg if you need to. I'm just going to very gently straighten out that right leg. Absolutely fine to hold the leg lower down. Taking a moment to feel into the back of the right leg. Not striving, not searching to reach your big toe, but just saying hello to sensation in the leg. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, slide the left leg away and release your right hand down to the floor. And then from here, beginning to circle your right leg. So I've started in an anti-clockwise direction, but that's not necessary. And you might have started with really tiny little circles, gradually becoming bigger. And I don't know if you can hear in the microphone, but my right hip socket is very crunchy and crackly this morning. It's making quite a racket. I stir my thigh bone into the hip socket and then reversing the direction of those circles, either tiny circles or slightly bigger. And breathe. Breathe the movement. 1 more breath in. And then as you breathe out, dropping your right foot, bringing your left foot in as well, so both knees are bent. Taking an inhale here, and as you exhale, push into your feet, lift your arms, lift your hips and side waist. And take an inhale here, and exhale, gently come back down. So we'll take 2 more of these gentle moving bridges. But we move on the exhalation, so inhale down, and on the exhale, lift. Inhale here, and exhale, come down. Inhale here, and exhale, lift. Inhale here, and exhale, lift. Take a lovely full inhale, and on the exhale, straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, lifting your upper body to look in between your legs, arms are out by your sides, palms facing. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Take a breath in, and a breath out. And now take a breath in. And as you breathe out, cradle your hands behind your head to gently hold it as you bend your knees down. Feet to the floor. And then resting your head gently down on the floor. And take a moment to feel the body before we take that little flow to the other side. Hope you're all doing okay this morning. On the next inhalation, lifting your arms over your head, maybe the palms of your hands are pressing in towards each other. And exhale, slide the right leg away and the left knee out to the side. So you're in a tree on your back. And next time you inhale, Really push your right heel away and push through your fingertips. And exhale, release. Soften the body. And as you inhale, push through that right heel and your fingertips. And release on the exhale. And then one more. Take a breath in. Push through the heel and press your hands together. And relax and release. And on the next inhale, lifting your right knee up, and exhale, bring your hands, left knee, around the knee to draw the knee in towards your chest. Lovely. And take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, lift your head towards your knee. And take another breath in, no strain. And then breathing out, release your knee down, your head to the floor. Lovely. Taking your right hand to the knee and your left arm out beside you, breathe in. And then breathing out very softly, very gently, draw the knee over to the right as your gaze comes to the left. And take a couple of breaths here, just feeling into this gentle twist this morning. Even a gentle twist like this can feel quite cranky sometimes. Can you really soften in the belly? Soften behind the eyes. And then when you're ready, rolling back onto your back. And using your hands to draw the left knee in as you bend the right knee up and place the foot on the floor. And we come to half happy baby on the left. So the sole of your left foot is facing the ceiling. And you might be using your hands to simply draw the knee down towards your armpit. Or maybe take the foot in one hand or two. And feel into the left hip this morning. How does it feel? And you might like to allow the right knee to fall out to the side. Or I'm sliding that right foot away, but lifting it a little bit off the floor. Just to balance out the pelvis, and take a couple of breaths, but really not straining, really soft in the upper body. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, bending up your right knee if you haven't already, and placing the foot on the floor. And sliding your left foot to the top of the right thigh, or anywhere on the right thigh that is available for you. Just allowing the top of the foot to press into the thigh a little bit and taking your hands down beside you. You don't want any pain in the knee here with this half lotus. You might really want the foot higher up the leg, and that'll be absolutely fine. And breathing in, and as you breathe out, peel the right foot off the floor and draw your legs in towards you. That feels so good. And breathing in when you're up here. And then breathing out, dropping the right foot down. And then taking another breath in. And breathing out, drawing your legs towards you. Breathing in when you're up here. And breathing out, dropping the right foot. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out, drawing your legs towards you. Breathing in here. And then dropping the right foot down. Maybe feel a little bit softer in the left hip crease now. And drawing your left knee in towards you to hold onto the left foot. Either you're holding onto the big toe or possibly somewhere else on the leg as you begin to straighten the left leg. You don't need to be in any hurry or in any strain, just feeling into the left leg. And only if it's right for you, sliding the right leg away, but absolutely not necessary. And take a few breaths. If you're holding onto your left big toe, you might want to encourage your shoulder down towards the floor. So you're not up and reaching, but soft in the collarbones and the chest and the shoulder, and breathe. Breathing life into your left leg this morning. Taking a breath in. And as you breathe out, releasing your arm down, sliding your right leg away if you haven't already. Beginning to circle into the left leg, making circles with your heel. And you could be drawing little circles. I'm seeing if my left hip is as crunchy as my right hip, and it's even more. So I wonder what you can hear. And breathing with the space you move through. Feel the skin of your body this morning. And then reversing the direction of those circles. Reverse the direction of the circles. Lovely. And then breathing in, just holding your leg a moment. And then as you breathe out, bending the foot down and bringing the right foot down as well, with your arms by your sides. And take a lovely breath in here, really feeling the body on the mat. And on the exhale, lift your arms, press into your feet as you lift your hips and your side waist up into a little bridge. And take a breath in here, really breathe into the front of the body. And breathing out gently, come down. We'll take 2 more. You don't have to come high, you could just come a few centimeters off the floor. Take a breath in to feel the floor, feel the ground, and then breathe out, move. And breathe in when you're here, and breathe out, come down. And breathe in when you're here. Last time, breathe out, come up. Take a full breath in. And then breathing out, floating your arms down beside you. Feel your back gently coming back down. Breathing in. And on the breath out, stretch your legs up, your feet towards the ceiling. Turn your palms to face each other and breathe in. And on the breath out, lift your head to look in between your legs, arms out by your sides. Take a breath in here, and a breath out, and a breath in, and a breath out. Last breath in. And on the breath out, take your hands behind your head to cradle the weight of your head in your hands. Gently bending your knees, taking your feet towards the floor. And settling your head down towards the floor as well. And taking a moment to feel the body this morning now. Noticing the quality of your breath. And I forgot to remind you that you might be breathing ujjayi. It's because I can't do that as I speak. But maybe some of you have done that anyway, and it doesn't matter if you haven't. And bringing your knees in towards you. And having a little bit of a rock around, a little bit of a roll around. If you're rolling in one direction, rolling in the other. And then from here, we're going to roll up to sitting. So you can roll to one side, or you might like to take a few little rolls up and down the spine. And meeting me in a seated position. Hello. That was a long time on our backs. We'll take a couple of poses to open a little bit more into the body, a little bit stronger now. So we're going to start with Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. So if you need to, you could sit up on a block or a cushion or a blanket or something. I'm going to bring your feet together and bring them as close into the groin as feels right for you. And you're pressing the heels of your feet in towards each other. And then taking your hands behind you and pressing into your fingers to lift yourself a moment. And then as you come back down, maybe you're a little bit more in front of your sitting bones. Don't worry if you're not. And then taking your thumbs and placing them inside the insteps of your feet and peeling your feet apart, like a little bit like pages of a book. And you might find you can press your elbows into your legs to push them away. This is a lovely way to ground the lower body. So you're really rooting down through the base of the body. But can you use that root to spring up the front of the spine, to open the chest, and to feel the morning air on your face? Take a few breaths here. Breathe. Maybe you feel a gentle release in the groin and the inner thighs. Maybe not, don't worry. 2 more breaths here. One more breath in and a long breath out. And then using your hands to gently bring your knees together. I'm going to come to a pose called Marichyasana A, which I wouldn't often do in a gentle class, but let's see how we get on. It's not that it's strenuous, it's just I forget it. You've got your left leg extended, your right knee's bent, and there's about a fist distance between the inside of the foot and the left thigh. Heel about a fist away from the, well, you choose how close you want the heel. Maybe if you're really slumping like this, maybe you sit up on something on a block. I'm going to sit on a block this morning. And bringing your left toes towards you so the left leg is engaged. And it may be that for you this morning, this is exactly where you want to be, really lifting up through the heart, quite nice long spine, and just pulling your knee in towards you. Or it may be that you want to lift up your arms, find length with a breath in, and then breathe out, come down to hold on to the left foot or somewhere up on the leg. What we're going to do here is find length in the spine with every breath in, and every breath out, hug that right knee in towards the right shoulder. So there's a little bit of, quite a lot of strength going on there. And I know there are other versions of doing this pose. If you have a different way of doing this and you want to bind, then absolutely go ahead. So every breath in, you're looking to really brighten the chest, to lengthen the spine, and every breath out, it's a little bit of surrender towards that left foot, right knee comes into the shoulder. One more breath in. And then breathe out, release. Gently straightening up, and we'll take that pose on the other side. So your right leg is engaged, you're drawing your left knee in. Absolutely fine to stay here, but do engage the right leg by pulling your toes towards you. The person here who has a sprained ankle at the moment, I don't know which ankle it is, but I hope you're looking after it and you're not necessarily engaging the leg as I'm suggesting. And big love to you. And take a breath in here. And either stay here or breathe out and reach forwards towards and down the right leg, maybe coming to the foot, maybe not. Maybe being able to hug that left knee in towards the left shoulder. And then breathing in, find length. And breathing out, finding your way. So I feel quite stiff in this pose this morning. So Don't feel you've got to come into the full expression, and remembering if you know how to bind in this pose going ahead, maybe still breathing your ujjayi. Every breath in, you brighten the chest and lengthen the spine. And every breath out, you reach a little bit over the leg, you surrender. One more full breath in, and a long breath out. And then releasing the foot and the leg. And gently, gently releasing, taking the block away if you had one. And bringing yourself to an all-fours position. And we're going to come straight into a downward dog from here. So if downward dog isn't right for you, if you'd like to bring yourself to standing, I'm thinking sprained ankle person. Otherwise, let's take 3 to 5 breaths, feeling into our downward dog this morning. Absolutely fine to have your knees really bent. And just exploring the feeling of this dog. We're only going to do one in this gentle practice. There'll be more in the hatha flow. Breathing in and breathing out, feeling the mat with your hands and your feet. And then looking in between your hands and walking your feet and your hands in towards each other. And let's start with our knees bent. We're going to move in between half forward fold and forward fold. To really spread your toes and feel through the feet. Your fingers could be on the floor or on your shins. And on a breath in, begin to lift your bottom to straighten your legs, and at the same time lift your chest, lengthen the spine. And breathe out here. Take a breath in and really lengthen. And then breathe out, fold. And you might need to bend your knees a little bit, you might not. Don't worry, if you do, it's good. And then we're going to do that again, breathing in, straighten the legs. Lift and brighten the chest, and breathe out here. And on the next breath in, find as much length from the top of your head out through your sitting bones. And breathe out, fold. Last time, breathing in, finding your half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana, and breathe out here. Take a breath in, and breathe out, fold. Take a moment to feel this very soft forward fold. And then bringing your palms together in front of your heart. Take a breath in, and on the breath out, push yourself all the way up. Reach. And breathe in here, really pressing your palms together like you did on your back. And then breathing out, bringing your hands down to your heart space. Taking a moment to feel your verticality, feel yourself standing. Arms down by your sides. Take a breath in, lift your arms. And as you breathe out, sitting back into your chair, just a little bit of stamina this morning. Arms are by your ears. Unless that's just too tight for your neck, you could release your arms down so they're parallel with the floor. That's what I'm going to do this morning. And take a moment to feel the stability and the strength of your legs. Tuck the tailbone under if you can. Can you stay for 3 more breaths? Is that available? Really relax the shoulders. Take a soft gaze in between your hands if that's what you're doing. 1 more breath in, and on the breath out, push yourself all the way up. And breathe in here. And then breathe out, arms down by your sides. And we're going to have a go at Malasana, that's squat or garland pose, which It's going to be absolutely lovely for some people, and it's not going to be so lovely for others. If you have something to place your heels on, you have that, or you could roll your mat up. And know that squat can be like that. It doesn't have to come any lower than that. Don't worry if you really feel that your ankles are challenged, for example, there's no way you're going to come all the way down. So take your feet, so they're a little bit more than hip distance apart this morning, and your feet are pointing out, kind of penguin feet. And take a breath in. And as you breathe out, begin to come down, sliding your hands on your thighs. And this may be where you want to stay. You can move in and out of this pose. So some of you have got in touch with me about finding it so hard to squat. You can hold a chair, hands against the wall, and practice. It comes with time to move down. Or maybe you're able to come all the way down. You might want to take a little bit of time to get there, moving from side to side. I'm lifting one heel at a time. And like I said, you could absolutely roll your mat up or take your heels onto a block, so it just takes the pressure off. And let's start, once you've found where you can stay, let's start just rolling forward so the head, chin is into the chest, really round spine, hands on the floor. And you might find that this is where you want to stay. Or you might find you can bring your hands together and press your upper arms. It's a little bit like the cobbler's pose, Baddha Konasana, when we were seated. You're pressing your legs apart, pressing the hands, heels of your hands together. And then from the heels of your feet, pushing up and opening and brightening in the chest. And let's stay a while, really rooting down through the base of the pelvis. Breathing. Wherever you are in this pose, just dancing around the edges of your experience, dancing around the edges of what's available to you. And seeing how soft you can become in your throat and behind your eyes. As you notice the expression of your pose from the inside out. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. One more full breath in. And as you breathe out, drop your hands down. And it may be that you want to, we're going to come to child's pose, and it may be that you want to come straight onto your knees to do that and to an all fours position. Maybe you're able to make your way to a downward dog. So I was lying when I said there was only one, there are 2. I'm taking just a couple of breaths here to stretch out the hips, the legs, find length and space in the torso. Take a full breath in. And then we can all meet on all fours. And this morning, can you choose what feels like a nice child's pose? Do you want your knees together? Your knees apart? If child's pose just isn't available to you, come and lie on your back. That's where we're all going to come. Maybe your arms are extended. Maybe your hands are under your forehead. Maybe it feels just delicious today to have your arms by your sides with your palms facing up. That's where I'm going to stay for a few breaths. And if you were here for the meditation and you invited an intention into your practice, you invited a quality that you wanted to bring into your practice in your day, now might be the time to recall that as you soften and breathe and let go in every cell of your body with every breath. And feeling yourself melting a little bit. Almost as if you're breathing through your forehead. And if you know that you love to stay here longer and you can continue with your own practice, please do. And invite everybody, it's 8 o'clock, to come and lie a moment on the back in Shavasana. Just allow your feet to fall out to the side, palms facing up. And as always with this short morning class, absolutely fine for you to, in fact, I'd recommend that you take a few minutes here to soak up the benefits of that practice. Letting go of any Ujjayi breath if you're still practicing Ujjayi. And just opening yourself to the morning, opening yourself to all sensation that arises for you right now. And if you're not coming on to the Hatha Flow class, thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you have a lovely day. Will be here at 1:30 with a lunchtime relaxation. And I will be teaching gentle yoga at 5 o'clock tomorrow, Hatha Flow at 6. And because I feel like it, I'm going to read out the poem again that I read at the end of the meditation for those of you who weren't here. It's a poem called Myth by Rebecca Elson. What I want is a mythology so huge that settling on its grassy bank, which may at first seem ordinary, you catch sight of the frog, the stone, the dead minnow jewelled with flies, and remember all at once the things you had forgotten to imagine.